Hello, good morning to all. Good morning to all. Please check, is my voice audible? Please check and revert once, is my voice audible to all? I hope all are doing well. As you are aware of this, all banking courses are available for 12 months at cost of rupees 5,000. AAZADI batches there, which is for rupees 1,500. And SBI PO and IBPS PO batches there, which is for rupees 2,000. Now, what we are going to do in our today's class, we will be doing reading comprehension. So we will be reading our paragraphs, and on the basis of the paragraph that we will be reading, we will try to solve some questions. So before starting today's class, please like and share the session. Please like and share the session fast so that your friends can also join the class. Okay, so let's start with the paragraph now. Read the following passage carefully and answer the questions that follow. So, lawmakers in Australia have recently made it illegal to arrange or advertise for sale certain cheating services, namely paid essay writing, also known as contract cheating. So here they are saying कि लॉ मेकर्स ने ऑस्ट्रेलिया में क्या करा है, इसको इलीगल कर दिया है कि वो कोई भी चीटिंग सर्विसेज नहीं कर सकते. नेमली एन एग्जांपल दिया है लाइक पेड एसे राइटिंग एंड इट इज आल्सो नोन बाय द नेम कॉन्ट्रैक्ट चीटिंग. Paid essays are usually bespoke, written on demand based on student and assignment requirements. So paid essays जो हैं वो किसकी डिमांड के ऊपर आते हैं, बच्चों की डिमांड के ऊपर आते हैं, because they are having these requirements in their universities or colleges. Visit a paid essay site and post an ad that you need 700 words on the Battle of Yorktown, for example, and you will get dozens of people quoting competitive prices, fast results, and guarantees of originality. So here they are saying कि आप paid essay की site पे जाओ and वहाँ पे type करो that you need 700 words on any essay you can write. For example, they have given Battle of Yorktown. तो आपको dozens of people मिल जाएंगे वहाँ पे जो competitive prices पे fast results guarantee करते हैं, and moreover they also guarantee originality. There are hundred of sites that offer the service representing thousands of writers. So बहुत सारी sites available हैं and thousands of writers हैं. Many heavily advertised to college students. It is a form of cheating that's shocking, common, difficult to catch, and fueling $1 billion global market of dishonesty. So it is one of the form of cheating only, and it represents dishonesty. So Australia passed a law prohibiting it. The law went into effect in nearly early September and carries some stiff sanctions, up to 2 years in jail and a fine up to $74,000. And you will never guess what happened as a result. According to recent reports, many of the biggest and best known SMLs are ending their operations there. सो यार दे आर सेइंग कि उन्होंने फाइन और पेनल्टी लगा दी थी, तो इसकी वजह से क्या हो रहा है, बहुत सारे बिगेस्ट और जो बेस्ट नोन एसएमएल्स हैं वो भी अपने ऑपरेशंस को एंड कर रहे हैं बिकॉज दे डोंट वांट टू गो इन जेल एंड दे डोंट वांट टू पे द फाइन. इज इट क्लियर? फर्स्ट पैराग्राफ. Reply fast. Okay, let's move to next paragraph now. It is definitely good news. Essay peddlers are a pernicious stain on academia, and perhaps retreating from Australia will crimp their customer base and strain the market. So here they are saying कि जो essay peddlers जो essay बेच रहे थे वो अब गंदी स्टेज पे पहुंच चुके हैं and they are trying to retreat from Australia. But even if it does not, it's good to put some distance between dishonest students seeking shortcuts and those who profit by providing them. And the timing could not be better, with millions of students suddenly shuffled online to combat COVID-19 away from eyes of professors and encouraged by the loose nature of online learning. Cheating has spiked. So here they are saying कि कोविड की वजह से जो चीटिंग है वो इंक्रीज हो गई है बिकॉज दे आर doing online education now. It's good time to be seen as cracking down. Good morning, Shivkumar. Next, and the optics may be most important part of the new law. Ample research on academic cheating shows that one of the best ways to reduce it is to talk about it. So ample research करने के बाद, sufficient search करने के बाद वो इस नतीजे पे पहुंचे हैं that what is the best way to reduce it, that students must be aware of this thing and we must talk about this thing, sending the message that those in authority know it is happening, and moreover we have to send messages too. It means that we have to create awareness among the people. In fact, when schools and teachers don't send that message, when they ignore it, students take silence as permission to cheat. And if they are not sending message, then students feel that they have permission to cheat. They actually think teachers want them to. Therefore, simply having the law talking about it, setting penalties is probably all on its own deterring misconduct. So this is required. But अगर आप simply पेनल्टीज और पनिशमेंट लगा दोगे तब भी स्टूडेंट्स नहीं सुधरेंगे बिकॉज दे विल बी फीलिंग दैट टीचर ने तो इसकी बात नहीं करी है. सो दैट्स व्हाई वी आर हैविंग परमिशन टू चीट. So that's where teacher has to send message that they don't have to cheat, they don't have to come up with paid essays. Is it clear? Is it clear, Shiv Kumar? Okay, let's move to next now. Though the news coverage does not mention it directly, Australia isn't necessarily being proactive against cheating as much as it is being reactive, responding to a major cheating scandal that erupted there a few years ago. So here they are saying कि news coverage के according they are not mentioning it directly, and moreover Australia isn't necessarily being proactive. वो proactive नहीं है but वो क्या है, reactive है. The contours were that a media outlet found that about 100 students had paid for essays and stand-in test takers for online tests at some of the country's top schools. So, उन्होंने क्या फाइंड करा, मीडिया ने क्या फाइंड करा कि 100 स्टूडेंट्स के पास क्या थे, पेड एसेज थे. Frankly, all anyone had to do was look. Nonetheless, there were expulsions, degree revocations and firings. So इसका रिजल्ट क्या आया, एक्सपल्शन, उनको एक्सपेल किया गया था स्कूलों से, डिग्री रेवोकेशंस आई, डिग्री नहीं मिल रही, डिग्री कैंसिल्स की गई उनकी, एंड फायरिंग्स. It was enormous news and deeply embarrassing. Now, 5 years later, much of what triggered that scandal is illegal in Australia anyway. The major news outlet outside Australia to cover the law and its impact, Times Higher Ed, has a global focus but is based in UK. So here they are saying कि major news outlet जो है ऑस्ट्रेलिया के बाहर that is covering the law and its impact वो क्या है, Times Higher Ed है, and it is having global focus but it is based in UK only. It wrote in its coverage that Australia law was highlighting how countries, including the UK, risk falling behind in the fight against SMS. So उन्होंने क्या लिखा था कि ऑस्ट्रेलिया लॉ जो है वो हाईलाइट क्या कर रहा है कि कंट्रीज कैसे फाइट कर रही हैं, इंक्लूडिंग यूके, अगेंस्ट एसएमएल्स. It said that SMLs could still be assessed without penalty in UK and therefore repeating it was the risk of falling behind. And moreover उन्होंने ये भी बोला था कि SMLs जो हैं वो still हैं UK में without penalty और उन पे कोई penalty नहीं लग रही है, and it was a risk of falling behind. Okay, so we are done with paragraph now. Let's start with our questions. Kavya, Shivkumar, why you are late? Okay, let's start with first question. With which of the following statement is the author most likely to agree? So author जो है वो कौन सी statement के साथ ज्यादा agree करता है? First, cheating is an indispensable part of academia. Second, students indulging in cheating do it mostly because of peer pressure. Third, Australian law against SMLs has been ineffective. Fourth, SMLs often target gullible students who are unaware that what they are doing is dishonest. And fifth is the law against cheating in Australia will check the rise in cheating due to shift to online learning. Okay, Kavya, I will give you summary of this paragraph. पैराग्राफ में लिखा गया है कि जो बच्चे हैं वो पेड एक्सेस जो हैं वो ऑनलाइन साइट्स, इन ऑस्ट्रेलिया की बात की जा रही है, बच्चे क्या करते हैं, देयर आर पेड साइट्स, तो उनको अगर असाइनमेंट या ऐसे मिलता है कोई भी स्कूल या कॉलेज या यूनिवर्सिटी से, व्हाट दे डू, दे गो ऑन द साइट एंड दे टाइप उन्हें कौन सा ऐसे चाहिए एंड कितने वर्ड्स का ऐसे चाहिए, एंड व्हेन दे टाइप दिस थिंग ऑन द वेबसाइट देयर कम, वहां पे रिजल्ट्स आ जाते हैं, एंड देयर आर मेनी पीपल हु आर ऑफरिंग देम कॉम्पिटिटिव प्राइजेस पे उनको ऐसे की गारंटी करते हैं, एंड दे आल्सो गारंटी ओरिजिनलिटी की, जो इनका ऐसे होगा वो ओरिजिनल होगा. सो दैट्स व्हाई स्टूडेंट्स क्या करते हैं, उनके एसेस को लेते हैं एंड दे सबमिट दैट एसेस इन देयर स्कूल्स और कॉलेजेस. सो इससे क्या है, ये जो चीज है इलीगल है ऑस्ट्रेलिया में, ऑस्ट्रेलिया ने इसके खिलाफ एक लॉ भी बनाया है, एंड इन द लॉ उनको पेनल्टी मिलेगी. पेनल्टी क्या मिलेगी उन्हें, एक तो उन्हें फाइन पे करना पड़ेगा एंड मोर ओवर उनको 2 years की जेल भी मिल सकती है. नेक्स्ट दे वर टॉकिंग अबाउट दिस थिंग कि जो ऑनलाइन कोविड-19 की वजह से ऑनलाइन लर्निंग हुई है स्टार्ट, उसकी वजह से इस चीटिंग में और इंक्रीज हो रहा है, and people are doing what, people are just typing their essays on websites and they are doing cheating only because they are not seen by anyone, because उनकी टीचर्स नहीं है, टीचर्स उनको देख नहीं सकती हैं. एंड मोर ओवर दे वर सेइंग कि टीचर्स अगर ये चीज ना बताएं कि इसके खिलाफ लॉ है, देन पीपल व्हाट डू, देन स्टूडेंट्स व्हाट दे डू, they simply think that they are having permission to cheat, that's why they go on these sites. And moreover in last they were saying कि यूके में भी, यूके में एक हायर अथॉरिटी है जो इस सबको देखती है, ऑस्ट्रेलिया के लॉज को देखती है, एंड ऑस्ट्रेलिया आल्सो क्लेम दिस थिंग कि यूके में भी बहुत सारी ऐसे की एजेंसीज हैं दैट आर वर्किंग विदाउट पेनल्टीज, जो विदाउट पेनल्टी से काम कर रहे हैं. इज दिस क्लियर शिव कुमार, काव्या? Yes, correct, Shiv Kumar. Correct answer to first is the law against cheating in Australia will check the rise in cheating due to shift to online learning. So online learning में जो shift हो रहा है इसकी वजह से क्या होगा, cheating में rise होगा, because there are no teachers who can keep eye on them. So correct answer is E. Next, why did Times Higher Ed report that the UK was at risk of falling behind? So Times Higher Ed report जो है यूके में, why it was at the risk of falling behind Australia. This one is also easy, explain करा है मैंने आपको. Welcome Kavya. So what will be the answer to this now? Yes, correct Kavya. D is the correct answer. SMLs are still operational in the UK and there is no penalty that discourages students from using them. SMLs जो हैं वो अभी भी operational हैं यूके में, they are doing their work in UK and there is no penalty that discourages, और उनके ऊपर कोई भी penalty नहीं है. So check if you have understood the summary of the story, how easy it is for you to solve the question answers. Next, each of following was a consequence of implementation of Australian law against SMLs except. SMLs के बंद होने से क्या होगा? What will be the correct answer? Be fast. Yes, Shiv-Kumar, correct. Correct answer is B. Only second and third. क्या होगा उनके बंद होने से? मिल्स जो है वो शट डाउन हो जाएंगी. सो फर्स्ट वाज मेंशन इन द पैराग्राफ की ऐसे मिल्स जो है वो बंद हो जाएंगी. बट अबाउट सेकेंड एंड थर्ड दे हैवंट मेंशन एनीथिंग. मेनी स्टूडेंट्स वर डिसअपॉइंटेड. उन्होंने ये भी नहीं बोला कि स्टूडेंट्स जो हैं वो डिसअपॉइंटेड थे एंड पेरेंट्स वर हैप्पी. सो दे हैवंट मेंशन अबाउट दिस थिंग. So that's why 2 and 3 is not a consequence of implementation of Australian law. So only one is the consequence. सिर्फ और सिर्फ पहला consequence था, second और third consequences नहीं थे. Kavya, check this thing. They have written the word except. Except means एक को छोड़ के बाकी कौन से consequences नहीं हैं. Shiv Kumar, from my side, network is fine. Okay, let's take next now. Which of the following statements can be inferred from the information given in the passage? What will be the answer? Be fast. What will be the answer to this? Which of the following statements can be inferred from the information given in the passage? So correct answer to this is C. The legislation may dent the business of SMLs in Australia and it will deter students from using their services. Legislation की वजह से क्या होगा? Business जो है वो SMLs का बंद हो जाएगा and it will deter students and moreover students will not be able to use their services. Guys, if it is fine with you, Or are you facing the same problem? So Romel, you have to be on time. So it is fine with Kavya. So that's why Shukumar, there is network error from your side only. So you have to check your network connection. It is fine from my side. Next, fifth question. Based on the information given in the passage, it is clear that. So Shivkumar, there is no need to type the message again and again. You have to check your network connection once and then be in class. So Romel, you too check your connection then. Fifth question is based on the information given in the passage, it is clear that. So based on the information जो हमें passage में दी गई है, it is clear that. क्या clear है वहां से? No, correct answer to this is E, Kavya. Because they have written this thing in order to deter students from cheating. उनको क्या करना पड़ेगा? Teachers को message भेजना पड़ेगा. अगर वो उन्हें message नहीं भेजेंगे, then students will think that they are having permission to cheat. So that's why they have to make them aware. So I told you this thing when I was telling the summary of the story. What they have to do, they have to create awareness among the students. Agar awareness nahi rahegi, then students will think that they are having permission to cheat. That's why they have to make them realize that they are not having this permission. Is this clear? Next, which of the following is closest in meaning to the word pernicious as used in the passage? Amenable means open and responsive. Ecstatic means feeling or expressing overwhelming happiness. Amicable means friendliness, friendly. And illicit means forbidden by law. Forbidden by law. Yes, correct answer is B, that is harmful. Correct. Next, which of the following is closest in meaning to the word ample? Composite means made of several parts. Antique, having high value because of age and quality, that is old. Immense, extremely large. And terse means pairing in use of words. No, Shivkumar, you have to find synonym. Ample means adequate. Ample means enough or more than enough. So that's why adequate. Immense means extremely large, but ample means enough or more than enough. Yes, correct. Okay, next we have to read next paragraph now, and on the basis of this we will be solving questions 8 to 13. So let's start. This year has been an enormous economic challenge for our country. The COVID pandemic has forced businesses to close and lay off workers in droves and caused sharp changes in how and where people work, disrupting families and careers. So here they are saying कि ये साल जो था वो enormous economic challenge लेके आया था लोगों के लिए because of COVID pandemic. लोगों को अपने businesses को बंद करना पड़ा था. And moreover, there were also families who were getting destroyed and their careers were destroyed. But one of the few silver linings of 2020 has been companies transitioning to remote work in mass, a development so significant it has power to reshape how technology, the most powerful industry in our economy, operates. So here they are saying कि सबसे अच्छी चीज क्या हुई है 2020 में एक कि वर्क फ्रॉम होम की अवेलेबिलिटी हुई है, रिमोट वर्क अवेलेबल हुआ है फॉर द पीपल, and it is very significant, and we can realize this thing कि how technology is facing our shaping our country. Silicon Valley has long been a cradle of technological innovation, and the region grasp on the industry has only tightened over the past decade. So here they are saying Silicon Valley जो है वो टेक्नोलॉजी की इनोवेशन की एक सबसे बड़ा क्रेडल है. The technology industry is the primary driver of US economy. So the tech industry जो है वही primary driver है किसका US economy. US economy किसके basis पे चलती है उनकी tech industry के ऊपर ही. And the industry is overwhelming located in the Bay Area. So where it is located in the Bay Area. Of the 7 most profitable companies in tech, 5 of them, Apple, Cisco, Facebook, Google, and Intel, are based in Silicon Valley. So here they are saying कि जो 7 प्रॉफिटेबल कंपनीज हैं उसमें से जो 5 प्रॉफिटेबल कंपनीज हैं वो कहाँ पे लोकेटेड है, सिलिकॉन वैली में. And the majority of venture cap investments are in companies based in the region. So यहीं पे इन्हीं companies में majority venture capital investment की जाती है. Next, for decades, tech visionaries thought that this concentration of talent was a necessary condition for success. So they were thinking this thing that this is very much required for success. But recently, tech firms have come to recognize its downsides. So now they are realizing कि उनकी downsides कौन सी हैं. By focusing operations in the Bay Area, the tech sector was not only limiting its talent pool, but also driving down the quality of life in the region. So what they were doing, they were focusing on operations that were in Bay Area only. So इसकी वजह से क्या हो रहा था, वो अपने talent को limit कर रहे थे because they were focusing on one area only. These problems escalated during the startup boom of the past 20 years as people flocked to Bay Area, making housing increasingly unaffordable and driving up the cost of living. और ये प्रॉब्लम्स एस्केलेट इंक्रीज कब हुई थी, जब हाउसिंग जो थी वो अनअफोर्डेबल होगी इन एरियाज में, एंड मोर ओवर दे वर फाइंडिंग डिफिकल्टी इन मीटिंग कॉस्ट ऑफ लिविंग बिकॉज इट वाज एक्सपेंसिव. Housing affordability in the Bay Area hit historic lows on the late 2010s. It's no wonder that the biggest companies in Silicon Valley have created outposts in cities not typically associated with tech. So इसकी वजह से क्या करा था उन्होंने, अपनी आउटपोस्ट क्रिएट कर ली थी सिटीज में, वो सिटी से थोड़ा सा दूर चले गए थे एंड दे वर नॉट एसोसिएटेड विद टेक्नोलॉजी. This migration out of Silicon Valley has accelerated during the pandemic as the transition to remote has made physical proximity increasingly irrelevant. So ये migration जो थी Silicon Valley में ये और इंक्रीज हो गई क्योंकि उनको क्या मिल गया था, एम्प्लॉइज को रिमोट वर्क की फैसिलिटी अवेलेबल हुई थी, एंड इन रिमोट वर्क फिजिकल प्रॉक्सिमिटी इज इररेलेवेंट. इट इज इररेलेवेंट दैट दे हैव टू बी क्लोज टू द कंपनीज. सो वो कहीं पे जाके भी काम कर सकते हैं, दैट्स व्हाई वो और शिफ्ट ले रहे थे. The shift could fundamentally change how the tech industry, the economy and the country function. So ये जो shift है वो fundamentally industry, economy and country के function को change कर सकती है. Okay, so is this paragraph clear? Next, the real estate crunch in Silicon Valley applied to companies too. Not only did companies pay exorbitant rates for office space, but they have to offer employees increasingly higher salaries to make it affordable for them to move and live in Bay. कि ये यहाँ पे क्या बोला जा रहा है कि रियल एस्टेट में जिन लोगों को रहना होता था पहले तो कंपनीज को बहुत ज्यादा ऑफिस स्पेस के लिए रेट्स पे करने पड़ते थे लाइक इफ दे वांट टू परचेज office space then they have to pay higher rates and moreover if they want to take it on rent तभी भी उन्हें higher rent pay करना पड़ता था and moreover they have to pay higher salaries to the employees because it was difficult to move in and live in Bay. It was unsustainable. Remote work can decrease overhead even further. By allowing employees to work from virtually anywhere, tech companies no longer need to pay salaries that are commensurate with living in expensive coastal cities. So, अगर वो वर्क फ्रॉम होम की फैसिलिटी अलाउ करते हैं देन कंपनीज डोंट नीड टू पे सैलरीज इन ऑर्डर टू लिव इन दीज एरियाज हायर एरियाज. इट इज ऑल्सो गुड डील फॉर वर्कर्स हु कैन डिक्रीज देयर कॉस्ट ऑफ लिविंग और ये वर्कर्स के लिए भी अच्छा है बिकॉज दे कैन डिक्रीज देयर कॉस्ट ऑफ लिविंग. Workers can now reap the benefits of working in tech without having to live in a profitably expensive city. So workers जो हैं वो benefit ले सकते हैं वो काम भी कर सकते हैं टेक्नोलॉजिकल कंपनीज में टेक कंपनीज में एंड उन्हें हायर एक्सपेंसिव सिटी में रहने की भी जरूरत नहीं है. So while their salaries might be less than the average San Francisco tech worker, their overall quality of life is higher. दो उनकी सैलरी कम होगी बट क्वालिटी जो है वो अच्छी होगी. When employees are happy, they are more productive and employee retention increases, resulting in further benefits for the company that employ them. So अगर एम्प्लॉइज खुश रहेंगे तो एम्प्लॉइज जो है वो ज्यादा प्रोडक्टिव वे में काम करेंगे एंड मोर ओवर दे विल रिटेन टू योर कंपनी ओनली. रिटेंशन भी इंक्रीज होगी. वो ज्यादा देर के लिए कंपनी में रहेंगे एंड फर्दर कंपनी को ही बेनिफिट्स मिलेंगे इस चीज के. इज दिस पैराग्राफ क्लियर? Okay, next. By adopting remote work, tech companies are no longer limited to hiring people in their immediate vicinity. Vicinity means in their immediate area. Rather, they can hire the best workers in the country regardless of geography. So, remote work से वो किसी भी country के किसी भी इंसान को employ कर सकते हैं. This will contribute to more intellectually diverse workforce. इससे उनकी workforce diverse होगी. The concentration of tech workers in Silicon Valley facilitates collaboration, but it inhibits diversity of thought. So diversity of thought भी आएगी because people will belong to different backgrounds. By creating a healthy exchange of ideas, company avoid echo chambers that reward groupthink and encourage more innovative thinking instead. So innovative thinking आएगी because people will be belonging to different backgrounds and उनकी thinking भी different होगी. By expanding their geographic footprints, firms can access new employees with different life experiences and fresh ideas. New employees मिल सकते हैं जिनके पास life experiences अच्छे हों और ideas भी fresh हो. Okay, we are done with this. Let's start with questions now. First question is, on the basis of this paragraph, refer to the sentence. It's no wonder that the biggest companies in Silicon Valley have created outposts in cities not typically associated with tech. Which of the following statements strengthen the argument presented in the above statement? So, जो पहले statement दी गई है उस statement को कौन सा argument strength provide करता है? What will be the correct answer? All 1, 2, and 3, Kavya. All are correct. First is Apple, second largest office is now in Austin. So, वो कहाँ पे नहीं है? वो ऑस्टिन में है एप्पल का न्यू ऑफिस एंड इट इज नॉट इन सिलिकॉन वैली. सिलिकॉन वैली एक्सपेंसिव थी, दैट्स व्हाई दे हैव शिफ्टेड टू ऑस्टिन नाउ. So all are correct. Second, the Intel Tower in Indianapolis is the tallest building in state of Indiana. And last is other cities of the US like Salt Lake and Denver are emerging as tech hubs. So all these statements are telling us this thing only कि जो major companies, major profitable companies हैं, they are not having their offices in Silicon Valley. Silicon Valley से उन्होंने shift ले लिया है. पहला Apple कहाँ पे है? Austin में है. Next is Indianapolis and the last one is US like Salt Lake and Denver are emerging as tech hubs. So all three are correct for this. Is it clear? Kavya, is it clear? Yes, correct, Shivkumar. Okay, check next. All of the following was a consequence of the concentration of tech companies in the Bay Area except जो सारे हैं वो consequences थे किसके? Concentration of tech companies in Bay Area except और कौन सा consequence नहीं है? No, Kavya. फर्स्ट इज लिमिटेड टैलेंट पूल. लिमिटेड टैलेंट पूल ही मिलता था जो लोग बे एरिया में रह रहे हैं, जो लोग सिलिकॉन वैली के पास रह रहे हैं, सिर्फ वही लोग जो हैं वो काम कर सकते हैं. सेकेंड, डिक्लाइन इन द क्वालिटी ऑफ लाइफ इन द रीजन. यस, क्वालिटी ऑफ लाइफ भी डिस्ट्रॉय हो रही थी बिकॉज इट वाज वेरी मच एक्सपेंसिव. हाउसिंग अनअफोर्डेबल बन गई थी वहां पे. नेक्स्ट, कंपनीज हैड टू पे हायर रेट्स पे करने पड़ते थे उन्हें. Employees could not save much as salaries offered were quite low. So employees जो हैं वो पैसा सेव नहीं कर सकते थे because salaries जो थी वो quite low थी. So all were consequences except this one. Salaries low नहीं थी, salaries क्या थी? High थी. They were paying them higher salaries and moreover they haven't mentioned anything about savings कि वो save कर रहे थे या फिर नहीं कर रहे थे. So all were the consequences. Only E was not the consequence because they were given higher salaries and in E it has been written that salaries offered to them were quite low. So they have written this thing कि cost of living को meet करने के लिए companies were paying them higher salaries. Is it clear, Kavya and Shivkumar? Next, based on the information given in the passage, which are the following options represent the benefits of transition to remote work? Remote work के benefits क्या थे? According to passage, you have to check this thing. No, yes, A is the correct answer. Correct, Shivkumar. Correct, Kavya. So lower cost for companies. Companies को lower cost pay करनी पड़ती थी and increase quality of life for workers. And second is more talented and diverse workforce because people उनके पास आ सकते हैं belonging to different backgrounds. Correct. So correct answer to this will be A, 1 and 2nd. Okay, next. Which of the following statement is true as per the passage? Yeah, correct, Shikumar. So you have to think according to the paragraph. That's why according to the paragraph is A is our correct answer. Yes, correct, Shikumar. B is the correct answer to this. Coastal cities in the US are expensive. So coastal cities जो US में है वो क्या है? Expensive है. They have written this thing कि it is difficult to meet cost of living in coastal cities. That's why they were shifting to other areas. Next, which of the following is closest in meaning to the word exorbitant? Exhaustive means comprehensive, splendid means magnificent or very impressive, affluent means wealthy, immaculate means neat and clean. Yes, expensive is the correct answer. Correct, Shiv Kumar. Splendid means magnificent. Exorbitant means excessive, that they have to pay higher prices. Okay, so now you have to tell me one thing. What is the tone of the author of the passage? Tone क्या थी author की? Critical थी, optimistic थी, skeptical or humorous? What was the tone of the author in the passage? Yes, correct answer is optimistic. Optimistic is correct. Optimistic means that he was positive in his life कि future में जो shift आएगा उसके advantages होंगे. Remote work के advantages हैं. He was not critical. He was not skeptical. Skeptical means वो शक से नहीं देख रहा था. Humorous वो हंसी वाला कोई भी उसका tone नहीं था. So that's why correct answer to this will be optimistic, that he was positive about this thing कि जो changes आएंगे वो positive results ही लेके आएंगे. Is it clear? Is it clear, Shiv Kumar? Okay, so we are done with this. Any problem in any question that we did in our today's class? Okay, so this is the Telegram group. Please join this group. And moreover, like and share the session. We will meet tomorrow at same time, 8 a.m. Bye. Have a nice day to all. Thank you, Shiv Kumar.